Freak off, freaky, no diddy, let's go. Freak me up, wipe me down. What the hell he put on the AR now? Freak me up, wipe me down. Send some shots, going to town. Yeah, my name's Ben. Ben lifted. And I'm about to take you to Gainesville. Bang, bang, how's it hang? Cock it back, make it sing. Bang, bang, I'm on the range. My ass is out and I'm doing my thing. Let me tell you something, partner, this is the ultimate freedom right here. Let it go. You never know until you try it. That's right. Think it's time to blast. So screw on that can. Screw it. Get to dumping.
Howdy everyone, welcome back to another episode of PSR. I know I'm dressed a little differently today, but it's for a special occasion because we're trying some super tactical toys on our AR. We got a lot of fun stuff to do. Plus this brand new suppressor I've got, we're gonna test that out with some of these toys to see what we get as far as results. But first, I gotta thank the channel sponsor for PSR, and that is Aves Engineering. Guys, Aves Engineering, they love DIY projects. They love supporting the 3D printing community, and that's why they're great. Aves Engineering offers lots of the rails, all of the slidey bits. You need the rails to slide on those, you know, squirted projects. And I would never ever in a million years suggest that you go check them out and use the code PSR for 10% off your entire order. So thank you again to Aves for sponsoring this channel. All right, so what do I have right here? This is a 16-inch Aero Precision AR. It's actually one of the first uppers that I kind of assembled. It's a basic AR, but thought I would do it because it's, you know, camo and all tactical, and it needs, you know, some cable management. We got a little vertical foregrip here. I wonder if the ATF would define that as a vertical foregrip. They would probably know best since they're very familiar with these. But first, I want to give a big thank you to today's episode sponsor, and who might that be? That is AdamandEve.com. Guys, AdamandEve.com reached out and they said they wanted to sponsor another one of these videos where I, you know, have some fun with some of their products, and I was like, you know what, hell yeah, let's do it. Adam and Eve doing a gun channel, I think that's pretty base of them. And if you guys want 50% off your first item from AdamandEve.com plus free shipping and rush processing, use the code PSR. You can get some really tactical stuff actually, like this here vertical foregrip. We also have this really sweet cable management band that goes right around your handguard. It's just about the perfect size for the girth of that handguard, and it's like a little dragon too. So it's kind of like a little bit Dungeons and Dragons vibes on your AR. Very unique. In addition to that, we've got the tube. I was thinking when I saw this, I was like, you know what? This might actually really help with the suppressor getting hot. So everyone's got their suppressor shield. People are doing carbon fiber ones nowadays. I'm kind of curious about this. I think it's silicone. We wrap that around the suppressor. Does it help with heat mitigation if we want to twist that suppressor off or set that suppressor down? So we're going to try the tube. It says that you can go for a ride in the tube. That suppressor is going to go for a ride in this tube. Once again, we've got our giant ballistic horsecock, also known as the Great American Challenge. It says, can you take it on? Not I, but I think we're gonna put some things actually inside it. We're gonna actually shoot it because this is the closest thing we can get to real ballistic gel here on the channel. It's not quite as big as some of the other ballistic gels, but I'd say it's big enough for what we're gonna do with it. It says that it's body safe, which it's O-ring harness compatible. Extreme size for experienced players. We're gonna see at the end of the day how this extreme size does against 5.56, 9mm, and 22. And last but not least, guys, it's not in the wrapper because I had to see if it was gonna fit, and I actually had to do a little drilling here. But we've got our double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon right here. We're gonna put this at the end of the suppressor because I think it would actually be a really cool way to illustrate not only what a suppressor does in terms of the sound, but also the level of blast that you get around it. We're gonna try this without the suppressor and see how that recoil does with the cheeks, right? That's more of like a Chipotle situation. Then we're gonna put that on the can and then see maybe it'll be less of a Chipotle, more of like, you know, home cooked meal where you don't have to go to the bathroom 5 minutes after and take a massive shit, which I totally didn't do yesterday. With all that said, I think it's time to get into shooting some of these here tactical accessories on this AR. Let's do it. All right, so like I mentioned before, guys, it's super important when you're configuring your AR not to have any floppy, loose wires, right? So this is the pressure pad switch for this light. This is gonna be important to keep this as tight as possible. Now, I did zip tie this vertical foregrip because for some reason, when I ordered it from Adam and Eve, it didn't come with any M-lock, or especially didn't come with any key mod. I would have thought this would have come with key mod on it, but it didn't. And it didn't come with a big tinny rail adapter, so I had to zip tie it. I think it's on there. It's not going anywhere. And I actually did think that this was going to be a little bit stiffer. Maybe because of the size, it's a little bit less rigid. You'd have to ask the ATF, they know about it. All right, here we go with our cable management band. Super high-tech stuff here. We're gonna wrap that around our Radical LS5 suppressor here, around the body of that light here, and around the rail. Now it is nice and stretchy, so you can kind of, you can kind of work it on like this. And then, let's see here. I'm gonna give it like that. I think that's just about right. And it kind of gives me a little bit extra grip on the rail too, right? Here we go with our support hand. The C-clamp is obviously the best way to hold. So we're C-clamping this super high-tech vertical grip here with the cable management, and you can just whip it out. Clearing rooms, easy. CQB. This is where I think that the tube could actually come in handy. So I'll say a little bit about this suppressor because it's actually really sweet. This is a Radical Defense LS5, and it is their longer configuration 5.56 can. So this is 3D printed actually in Haynes 282. So Haynes 282 is even stronger and better temperature resistance than Inconel. 3D printed product. So it's really cool. It's got these little vent holes at the end, similar to what you'd see on a much more expensive can like the Huxworks. These are actually MSRP, I think $8.99. Very, very competitive pricing, and we're gonna see how it goes. So I actually did swap the rear mount out for a Dead Air Xeno adapter. So it's a hub adapter. So I just use the Dead Air Xeno because I have Dead Air brakes on all my guns. So 5.56 cans, guys, they get pretty hot. All rifle caliber cans get hot. 5.56 especially, a lot of energy. It's already hot because it's just been laying out in the sun, but I can't put my hand around it. We might have to put the gloves on, but I do want to just see how it sounds. Maybe try it with and without ear pro just to see kind of what it sounds like. Let's run this thing. This is my mag from Bad Attitude Department. Link in the description for all of my merch. Very new to this can, so we'll see how it does. I'm really excited. All right, here we go. C-clamp. Oh, wow. That is really great feeling. That's like no recoil. Wow. Nice, and it's already smoking a little bit. Holy shit. Yeah, that's too hot to really touch at all. I'm gonna hit the last round here and then we'll put the tube on there. So one thing I did notice, not as much gas coming back in my face. Some people might want stuff in their face, but when it comes to me, I don't like the gas in my face. So that is a good thing about this can. Here we are with the tube. Lube is pretty essential when you're using anything that's got over metal parts. I probably could use it without lube, but we're just gonna be kind and we're just gonna put some lube because we like the suppressor. So we're just gonna kind of get it drizzled on both sides. Slip 2000, of course. All right, let's see if we can get this thing around there. Slide it down. Just kind of fit it in there. Some hand fitting may be necessary. Oh, that's hot. Oh, buddy. Get her in there, huh? Okay. So we're gonna see actually, this material may not last, but I can grab that suppressor now. No problem. Set it down on the table, set it down on really anything, and probably not gonna do too much. All right, let's shoot it. One thing I forgot to mention, guys, I'm trying to get these legs kind of tan. They're pretty white. And that's why I got this here on. So this is something from Adam and Eve as well. If you're into just like, letting the hammies, get a little good glaze in the sun, you don't have to just get the tactical accessories. You can get some clothes. See if we can get her pretty hot this time. See if this actually does work. Okay, that's hot now, but it's not that bad. I can hear that, right? Nice. Okay, this is a little Saudi chip. I bet the Saudis would be super into this. All right, give her piss. All right, looks fine. I mean, it's fine. It's not, protruding out, but. Looks like it might be melting, guys. Look at it. It's drip. Oh, it's good. Oh, dick. She's coming apart. Oh, look at that. That's incredible, actually. Oh, this thing's gonna fall off. All right, let's dump the rest of it here. Look at her go, bud. Holy. And there she went. The tube is no longer. I mean, that just kind of looks cool. Oh God, toxic. Fascinating. Fascinating. It stopped smoking as much because I'm just wiping off the excess silicone. some aftercare. You know, you've just been hammering this suppressor and, you know, you just got to show it some love afterwards. So we're showing it some love. So Radical LS5 though, sweet can. Actually want to try it without ear pro. 556, it's never going to really be super quiet with any kind of suppressor, but I'm actually kind of curious how quiet we can get it. Let's try it. We'll see how bad the first round pop is. Most silencers, if not all, really have first round pop. FRP, if you're talking to the J situation. Pew Science. We'll give it a shot. No ear pro. Oh, that's not bad. Let's try a couple more. Oh, that's really not that bad. Oh, that's criminally not that bad. Holy shit, I'm actually really surprised. Like, most cans, I cannot do that, or it's just uncomfortable. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm super impressed by this can. And we got her smoking again, bud. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Rolling. While we're letting this suppressor cool off a bit, we're gonna try the Great American Challenge Ballistic Horsecock, and we're gonna see a couple different calibers, how the Ballistic Horsecock reacts to the round. So we're gonna try a suppressed 22, and then we're gonna try our Laugo Alien, and then we're gonna try the 556. I think the 556 is gonna do quite a bit, but hopefully we can get a proper entry, because this is gonna be how we get the most out of our Ballistic Horsecock, is shooting it this way. So we're gonna shoot it this way and see how it does. Let's give her. Here we are with the TX22 with the dead air mask on the gun. I'm gonna have to squat down and get nice and tight to get this target. Try not to hit the table. I'm trying to hit it right in the base of that shaft so we can get maximum penetration. All right, here we go. Let's see how we did. All right, guys, this is super neat. So we shot the Ballistic Horsecock. As you saw in the slow motion, got a pretty good entry right here, maybe a little bit low, but let's take a look at where the projectile went. So there you can see the path of it right here. So I don't know if you can see that, but it goes through here, into here, and there's our bullet right inside the Great American Challenge, guys. We got our bullet, our 22 stayed right in there. Fascinating, interesting. That is pretty neat. I'm sure it jiggled just a little bit, but not nearly as much as the 9 and the 556 will jiggle it. Let's just mag dump the rest of the TX22 though, because it's just fun. I mean, listen to this. Oh, so sick. Love this thing. All right, guys, next up we got our Laugo Alien. Let's see what it does to the giant Ballistic Horsecock. Let's look at the slow-mo. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy shit. Holy shit. All right, you guys, as we can see here, our entry right about here, maybe slightly high. I mean, we got pretty much maximum travel through this entire shaft here. You can really see it's well illustrated here on the top. I think that was pretty good shot placement. It seems like the round went in right here, and then kind of as it got towards the shaft, really close to that edge, we tore a little bit of our giant Ballistic Horsecock open here, but then it kind of went back in and then went through just the tip of the head. So almost right directly in there. So on our next shot with our AR, with the 556, I'm gonna try to get it just in between where our 22 hole and our 9mm hole are. As you can see though, like the entrance hole is actually, it appears to be the same, but obviously the cavity on that 9, much different than the 22. And this isn't even hollow point or anything. This is just full metal jacket, 115 grain, cheap range stuff. So interesting though. That is neat. On to the final Ballistic Horsecock test. We're gonna put the suppressed 556 16-inch barrel through this Ballistic Horsecock. Let's do it. Oh, dick. 3, 2, 1. Oh, low and to the left. Just like my nuts hang. All right, so we're a little high with that shot. I thought it was low, but it's actually high. We're gonna go a little lower. I think left to right is perfect, but I just gotta get a little bit lower. So let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Oh, dick. Into the table. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, wow.
Nice. Hell yeah.
All right, you guys, so this is our first shot. It came in the top and then out the base of the shaft and then kind of like back, because the tip was a little higher than that, so it kind of took off this tip. But this is our second shot right here. So went in pretty much where I wanted it to be, maybe a little bit to the right, but it went in here, and then just look at how invasive that round is through that ballistic gel, just tearing a giant hole through that shaft. It's a pretty massive gaping orifice. The 556, man, it's a tiny, tiny, tiny little projectile that's doing a whole lot of damage because of the speed. Part of me wants to just kind of like just maybe mag dump into this thing. That thing be jiggling. So let's let it jiggle. All right, we got our translucent KCI mag. Let's let her jiggle, bud. Oh shit. Ho ho! For our last little trick here, might not help with the sound reduction, but I want to illustrate actually how much of a difference a suppressor makes in terms of the blast reduction. So we've got our blast device. It's our blast measurement device actually, and we're gonna see how much these cheeks get to moving here. Hopefully we can wrap it around the unsuppressed barrel to see what happens next. Try not to heat it up too much so it falls off here. Gotta load it. I've taken off our flashlight to try to see if we can get this over our, basically it's like an A2 kind of flash hider clone, but with the Xeno on it. So it looks like an A2, but the cool thing is you don't really need to time it because it's just got all of these ports. So it's gonna be blasting outwards. So this is gonna really illustrate how important it is to have a suppressor, not just for hearing, but also the blast. The amount of concussion coming out of the side of this is gonna be pretty immense. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, okay, look at that. So that's kind of like you got a turtle head peeking, you know? One of those moments. I had one of those moments the other day where I came here and I had just something a little bit too spicy for breakfast. Boy, I ran over to that porta potty like it was no one's business. And I went into there and there's like actually a wasp in the first porta potty. That was me after I saw the wasp because I got a little scared and I clenched. Yeah, so if we see our flash hider, so we still have an exit hole, which is important because we don't wanna block the hole, even though I'm sure that thing's gonna go right through it. But this will really illustrate, you know, these portholes, what it'll do to our measurement device here. So let's see what happens. You're trying to break into someone's house at night, just opens the front door and they're like, nah, you're not coming in today. I mean, I would run. If I saw that at the end of a gun, I would fucking run. I'm out, dude. So out. We'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1. That is
I'm pretty sure we got it.
Oh! Oh yeah. As you can see in the slow motion, we had quite a bit of concussive force coming out of that. Enough that I think now we need to wipe it. That's looking very dirty, carbon filled. And you saw the expansion. I'll play them side to side, but you saw the expansion on the unsuppressed versus the suppressed. And boy, oh boy, man, the signature and the concussion is just so much less with a suppressor. This thing can take a beating. You know, I almost kind of want to just kind of let her go with the rest of this mag. It's science if you take notes, okay? And we're definitely taking notes. So this is all for science. The outfit, you know, I got the Yeezy wet tank on. The bottom's from Adam and Eve. We got the belt from Advanced Warfighter Solutions. Shouts out Advanced Warfighter Solutions. We got the holster, T-Rex Arms. I know, Lucas, you see this? Hit my line. Also, we got the Altimas, the M81s. Let's dump this thing. Well, that concludes our testing for today. After that mag dump, we really got dirty there. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to clean this muzzle device off. Let's take her off. Oh, listen to the sound of that. Oh, sheesh. Had a rough day at the office at the Taco Bell. Oh shit. Oh my God. All right, yeah, so yeah, maybe it needs a little love, maybe a little bit of CLP or something to get some of that stuff off. But oh man, I am thoroughly impressed with this suppressor. I know this is a video kind of about some silly stuff, obviously, but this is actually a very serious piece of kit. I really am impressed. The amount of gases in my face were pretty minimal, especially, I mean, this is just a direct impingement AR. On a piston gun, it's even better. And I'll be doing some more videos with this can for sure. Really stoked on this thing. 3D printed. Shouts out to Radical Defense. As far as our accessories go, cable management system, not bad, honestly, really not bad. It's got that flare, it's got the dragon flare. The vertical foregrip was kind of suboptimal, guys. I wouldn't go with this kind of style. I maybe would go with like a more of a metal style, you know? Maybe something that was just a little bit smaller, like a hand stop that would work a little bit better, you know? So you still might need to zip tie it, although you never know, you could weld a little pick rail to it or something like that, or, you know, figure out some kind of a mounting solution. Like I said, you know, before, the key mod guys out there, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. With all that said, guys, I want to thank you for watching another episode of PSR. It has been an absolute joy, as always, to have you with me. I do have a Patreon. There's a link to it in the description, and I also have some merch, a merch store, Bad Attitude Department. So make sure you check them out. We're coming out with some sexy PSR boxers actually. Stay tuned for those. Unfortunately, those were actually too long for this video because I had to wear the shortest possible bottoms I could. Guys, thanks again. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Bye.
Freak me up, wipe me down. What the hell he put on an AR now? Freak me up, wipe me down. Send some shots, going to town. Yeah, my name's Ben. Ben Lifton. Damn right. And I'm about to take you to Gainesville. Okay. Bang, bang, how's it hang? Cock it back, make it sing.